Hello guys, Chris here with a new video segment which I'm going to be calling Weekend Movie Watch, where over the weekend I would have watched some movies, whether they're movies that I haven't seen in ages, movies I haven't seen, or movies I haven't seen on Blu-ray, and I'm going to talk about them. I watched quite a few movies over this weekend. And I'm going to include two movies that I watched during the last week, the week before the weekend. Get my logic there. But first of all, I just want to talk about one quick bit of movie news. I'm just going to get it up on my laptop very quickly. And I'm going to post a trailer for it in the description. Might even do a little annotation as well. We finally, just like when we finally got the Star Wars Blu-ray box set, we're finally now getting a James Bond complete 22 film collection box set, which includes 9 titles available on Blu-ray for the first time ever, which include GoldenEye, which is a really good film, Octopussy, another good one, The Spy Who Loved Me, that's another good one, You Only Live Twice, another really good one, Living Daylights, another good one, Tomorrow Never Dies, an okay one, Diamonds Are Forever, another really good one, A View to a Kill, another really good one, and On Her Majesty's Secret Service, another really good film, and I've yet to get all of them that are available on Blu-ray so far, so I'm just going to get this. I might hold out for this and not get Quantum of Solace yet. As you all know, that I do have the Casino Royale Deluxe Edition because it just looks amazing on Blu-ray and I just had to get it. And yeah, I'm a big Bond fan, so I'm going to hold out for this set because I believe when this set comes out, it's going to be quite expensive. So I'm going to hold out for it. Anyway, on to the movie watch. Some movies I don't own on Blu-ray, but the ones that I own on Blu-ray I will show. And I'm going to start with the two movies that I saw the week before the weekend. And the first one is The Lion King, the Diamond Edition Blu-ray. Now, all I can say is this just looks fantastic on Blu-ray. It just looks amazing. The colours, the sound. You can't see it very well because of the light. So, I'm going to come over here, you might see it a bit better. That's a little bit better. The colours and the sound, everything's just amazing. And the special features as well are really good. But I hadn't seen The Lion King in ages, so re-watching this, it brings me back to my childhood. I used to love this film. And I still love this film. It's got so many famous people in it. You've got Matthew Broderick that plays the adult Simba. There's Rowan Atkinson that plays the bird. I forgot his name. James Earl Jones plays Mufasa. And I didn't know how much he sounded like Darth Vader in this, but he does really sound like Darth Vader. So, yeah, I recommend you see this on Blu-ray. Fantastic film, really good Disney film, and it's a really good film to put into your Disney Classics collection. And, I mean, it's just a classic. It's an all-time family classic. I've seen the stage show as well. The stage show's good, but nothing quite beats the classic cartoon. So there's a Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Now, all I'm going to say about Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol is that it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Especially in IMAX. If you're going to see it, you've got to see it in IMAX. I don't think it's in cinemas anymore, so if you did see it in IMAX, you'll know what I'm talking about. It was really well shot. I mean, the stunts were really well shot. They weren't overdone. The action, there was the right amount of action. You had a good balance between the plot and the action. The plot was just really good. It really felt like a Mission Impossible film, and it really took it back to the first one, because in the first one he has a team. Ethan Hunt, or Tom Cruise, you'll know, man, has a team, and then in the second and the third one he didn't have a team. Well, he did, but he pretty much worked on his own a lot. And then in Ghost Protocol he's got a team again, and it really brings back the essence of how good the first one is, and it brought back that classic element that was missing from 2 and 3. Even though 2 was my favourite, it was missing the classic element of the first one. And I have to say, now seeing Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, that is my favourite Mission Impossible film. It was amazing in IMAX. It blew me away. The scene where Tom Cruise is climbing and running along the building was amazing. Especially there was this one scene when he's got these glue gloves and he's climbing up the building. He climbs up, one of them starts dying, he drops a little bit like that, and then it fixes, he climbs back up and it just completely dies. So he just gets rid of it. So he's climbing up with one hand, and then that glove dies and he just falls, and then just goes bang, and it fixes itself and just climbs back up, and it was amazing. And then when he was coming back down, because he'd broke both gloves, he comes down with a rope, and it's not quite long enough to get back to the window that he has to get in. So he just runs and full on jumps and nearly dies. He just nearly dies on several occasions in one scene. And it's just, if you were in that situation, you wouldn't think to do it. You'd think, fuck, I'm falling, I'm gonna die. You wouldn't think to do what he does. And that's just what I love about Mission Impossible. It really takes the impossible and makes it possible. Hence its name, Mission Impossible. So there's the films that I saw last week. Now I've got a few films I saw over the weekend. I'm going to start off with one that I've borrowed off my good mate Kenny. And it is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Now, I've been following the Harry Potter franchise not as faithfully as I have done since Order of the Phoenix, because I thought Order of the Phoenix was extremely boring. Extremely boring. I loved the first one, loved the second one, loved the third, loved the fourth, then the fifth one was just extremely boring. And the sixth one was also extremely boring. And then when I saw Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 1, it wasn't boring, but I don't think it was as exciting, because it's just the first half of like the end chapter and nothing really good happens until you get to this part, and it just fully fledged action. There is so much action. It was unbelievable, and it's made me love Harry Potter again, and now I'm going to get the entire collection on Blu-ray. Now this is the 3D one. I don't own a 3D TV or a 3D Blu-ray. I didn't watch it in 3D, I watched it in 2D Blu-ray, and it just looks great on Blu-ray. The last hour and 15 minutes of this film's the best. It's just non-stop action for an hour and 15 minutes. You just got death, destruction, fire, just so much action. You had the death of Snape. Spoiler alert, I will put spoiler alert before I start actually talking about it. And I'm going to put as well in the title, warning, contains spoilers to films. But yeah, then you had, of course, the iconic Harry's death scene. And of course he comes back to life to defeat Voldemort. And it was really well shot. Just extremely well shot. Thoroughly enjoyable. And this is the one I'm going to get first, Harry Potter 7 Part 2, because I could rewatch this over and over and over. And I'm going to get Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 1 in a steelbook. I can get it off Play.com for $14.99, I believe it was. Because, you know, I'm a steelbook freak. So there's Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. The next film I'll talk about, I'm going to save a film. I'm going to save the last 3 films. The last 3 films are going to be like the films that I think were the best films that I've just seen, like, ever. apart from The Dark Knight. So the next film I'm going to talk about is I'm going to talk about a Pixar movie. And this Pixar movie is Ratatouille. Now, I'd never seen Ratatouille. It's always on over Christmas, and I always end up only watching 30 minutes of it. Last year, when I say last year, I mean 2010, so 2 years ago, I only watched half an hour. It's Ratatouille. Now, I'd never seen Ratatouille. It's always on over Christmas, and I always end up only watching 30 minutes of it. Last year, when I say last year, I mean 2010, so 2 years ago, I only watched half an hour of the beginning, and then in 2010, when it was on over Christmas, I only watched half an hour of the end, and then when it was on again, over last weekend, I recorded it and decided to watch the whole thing, and I am so glad I watched the whole thing. Now, if you've never seen Ratatouille, it is basically about a rat called Remy, who, he's not like an ordinary rat. He's got a passion for making food, and he's got a passion for cooking. And that passion, of course, for a rat is a really, really hard passion to keep. And he gets separated from his family, and he ending up at a restaurant of a cook that he loved so much called Gusto, I think it was, who unfortunately died when he got a 3-star rating from a food critic, and he sees that a new chef who joins the Gusto restaurant who can't cook to save his life. So Remy the rat, of course, he decides to help out this cook by going under his hat and pulling his hair to make him move and do what Remy's doing, and he ends up making amazing dishes. And towards the end of the film, they discover that the terrible chef is actually Gusto's son, and he ends up owning the restaurant, but then he gets shut down due to a rat infestation. And then at the end, you see them having their own business with the terrible chef, the woman chef who they're dating, and the rat, and they have like a kind of, there's like a restaurant, and then like on the upper level there's like a rat restaurant, and it's a really good Pixar film. It's one of those Pixar films that you think is gonna be bad just from the kind of basics when you just kind of read the story, but when you actually watch it, you actually realise that it's a really good Pixar film, and you enjoy it for it being a Pixar film. It's like, a lot of people don't like Cars, but I love Cars. It's one of my favourite Pixar films. It's so underrated because I see it more as a Pixar film than just a film in general. I just see it as a Disney Pixar film, and I can see that that was a Disney Pixar film. It's the same with Ratatouille. I can see it was a Disney Pixar film, and I see it as a Disney Pixar film, and that's why I liked it so much. Another film I recorded, which I'm also going to show you a picture, Big Trouble in Little China. Now, this was on Channel 4, I believe it was over the weekend, obviously, but I can't remember what day, and it was late, so I decided I wanted to go to bed, but I wanted to watch that film as well, so I recorded that as well, and I watched it the following morning, and it was a really good film, actually, with Kurt Russell in it. I didn't really care much for the storyline. I just cared more for the fact that there was just action throughout the entire film. This film was full of action, because when I saw the beginning and they were talking about magic, I thought, fucking hell, this is going to be a shit film. And then after that opening, it just went from looking like I was going to hate it to me loving it. And it was just, it's an enjoyable film. It's one of those films that if you see on TV, you can record it, you can watch it, you can get some enjoyment out of it, you can delete it, and then you can watch it next time it's on TV. So yeah, I'm glad I recorded it, and I'm glad I watched it. But now the movie I'm going to talk the most about in this video You should have saw I got this in one of my Blu-ray collection updates. It's the Toy Story Blu-ray trilogy. Now, I'd never seen Toy Story on Blu-ray. I'd seen all 3 Toy Stories, but I'd never seen them on Blu-ray. And I heard they were really good on Blu-ray. I got them, and they are more than good. They are fucking fantastic on Blu-ray. They are amazing. Amazing quality. I'll talk about each film, probably individually. I'm going to start with, of course, Toy Story. Now, I'll do proper, like, open up reviews of them, because I'm rewatching Toy Story 2. It's the Woody's Roundup bit. Because I forgot how much I liked that film. And then I watched it on Blu-ray, and now I can't even decide which is my favourite. That's just how good they are. But, Toy Story 1. Once you see this on Blu-ray, you can't go back to DVD. You can't have that sudden format change. It's just too good to have that sudden format change. It was just really, really over the top good in high definition. And it just brings back all my childhood memories. And I mean, I grew up with Toy Story, of course, Woody being extremely iconic to me, and I always loved Woody. Not to say that I didn't like Buzz. I obviously liked Buzz, but Woody was one of those characters that I just related to the most. And the song, You Got a Friend in Me, I mean, just how iconic's that song. Every time it's on, it makes you remember when you were a child, how much fun you had playing with toys, and how you wish they could be alive, like in Toy Story. And then, of course, not to mention, on the Blu-ray, the animation's just absolutely superb. I mean, it's top-notch animation. And I'll talk about this bit as well in the review that I'm going to talk about now. When I review this, I'll talk about it again. But it's it's a special edition. They are not kidding when they say special edition. There, it's just got a small little list of bonus features, and it says and over 90 minutes and more bonus. There's probably more than over 90 minutes of bonus. They have 2 separate things that you can click on for the bonus material. They have one that says classic DVD bonus material, and that little link has everything from the DVD release. Every single special feature off the DVD release has been taken and put into this Blu-ray, and then on top of that, it has special features, and the one that's just labelled special features are exclusive to Blu-ray special features. So not only are you getting all the DVD special features, you're getting exclusive, never before seen special features. This is how every single Blu-ray should be done with special features. It should have just shitloads of special features from the DVD, from just all that stuff. It should have just been dug up and dug up and dug up and just put onto the Blu-ray. So there's Toy Story. Obviously, if you don't know about Toy Story, it's basically about, there's a kid called Andy who, of course, owns this guy here, Woody. And he loves playing with him, and of course when he's not in the room, all the toys come to life, and it's Andy's birthday party, and Andy gets a Buzz Lightyear for his birthday party, and when Woody starts feeling like he's being replaced by Buzz, then just all hell kind of breaks out. So there's the first Toy Story. I'm going to try and be as quick as I can, but there's just so much to talk about with the Toy Story trilogy. Now, I'm just going to say, obviously, you won't hear the rattling of the disc because it's not in here, as I said. I'm watching it. So, yeah, here's Toy Story 2. Now, normally I would say Toy Story 2 is probably, like, the bottom of my most liked list. But after I've seen them on Blu-ray, they're all number 1 for me. I like them all just as much. And I mean, I forgot how much I like this. And there's loads of really bad kind of cheesy moments in this. But they just so good that you can bear it. I mean, there's the moment where you've got the other Buzz Lightyear, because if you've seen the film, you know what I'm on about. There ends up being two Buzz Lightyears because they go to Al's toy barn and to try and rescue Woody, because Woody is kidnapped by the guy who is the chicken in the commercials of Al's toy barn, to sell the Woody's Roundup Gang collection to a toy museum in Japan and make loads of money. And Buzz and the rest of the toys, they go to rescue him. As you can see here, when they're all kind of under the cones, it's just behind the writing, that's them going over to Al's toy barn. And when they get there, Buzz goes to get the anti-gravity belt off another Buzz, and that Buzz comes to life and is all kind of Space Ranger mad, like Buzz was in the first film. And basically, I actually forgot what I was talking about, but something about, but yeah, anyway, I just explained all that and forgot my point, but now I've remembered my point. That other Buzz, that's Space Mad, he has a fight with Zurg, which the first time we ever see Zurg, and I think, to be honest, he didn't get enough screen time in Toy Story, because he was just really great fun, and he ends up like about to die, and Buzz goes, "You killed my father," and Zoe goes, "No, I am your father," and he goes, "No," and it's just really funny cheese, isn't it? So yeah, there's Toy Story 1. Same with the special features. They've just crammed so much special features onto this. It's unbelievable. So finally, so yeah, sorry, it might have felt like it just cut. That's because I had a break, because I wanted to see how long I'd spent. I had, let's just put it this way, I had 48 minutes free and I'm on 25 minutes. Didn't realise I'd been speaking this long, so I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible and then round up the video. So next we've got Toy Story 3. Now, I saw this in cinemas in 3D in 2010, where I would have been 13, and it actually nearly made me cry. It nearly made a 13-year-old boy in the cinema cry. Yes, it sounds very sad, doesn't it? But I thought they were all gonna die at the end. When they were in the garbage chute, all going down to the incinerator, I thought they were all gonna die. Then suddenly, the aliens go, the claw, and I was like, oh my god. And then, of course, I had that spark of insanity and childness in me. Of course, this Blu-ray cover, if you're noticing, is totally different from Toy Story 1 and 2, because these are like the re-released covers. These were the DVD re-release covers for Toy Story 1 and 2, and this is the cover that was just released as a generalization for pretty much the entirety of Toy Story 3, where you got all the characters on the front. For some strange reason, Buzz has got center there. I'm not sure why. Woody really should have center, seeing as Woody's a bit more of a main character than Buzz. The only difference with this is it's a 2-disc Blu-ray, rather than it just saying special edition. But it still lives up to the expectations of the amount of special features on these two. So you can't go wrong. And of course, this one looks great on Blu-ray. And if you haven't seen this one, I can go over the plot briefly. Basically, Andy's growing up now. He's going to college. The toys have got a fear of getting thrown out, tossed away. And when Andy's going to put all the toys up in the attic, except Woody, because he was going to take Woody to college with him, when he was going to put them up in the attic, his younger sister, Molly, needed some help, so he went to help her, and Andy's mum thought that the black sack of all the toys was to go out on the curb for the trash. So of course the toys thought they were getting thrown out, but they weren't, so they decided to donate themselves to Sunnyside, which on the outside and on the inside it looks nice, but it turns out to be hell for them because they get put in the preschool kid room. And then Woody just goes through the rest of the film saving his pals, and then they all go and get donated to a girl called Barney. I think it was Barney, something like that. And from there it ends the Toy Story story, and we get all the Toy Story Toons short films. I believe the first one's on Cars 2 Blu-ray, the Hawaiian Vacation, and the second one, Small Fry, is being released in front of the Muppets movie, which I'm going to be seeing next month. And that one's about Buzz falling into a meeting of discarded Happy Meal toys, and it looked quite funny actually. So there's Toy Story 3. So there's all the films I saw. Do a quick run over. That sounds bad, quick run over. But there we go. We've got The Lion King, Diamond Edition Blu-ray. Haven't seen it? You must see it. If you haven't seen the film, you must see the film. We had Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Then we had, I believe it was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Really good, really well filmed, really well acted, very cinematic film. Then I believe we had Ratatouille. Here's a picture. And then I believe we had Trouble in Little China. Again, here's a picture. Then we had Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3. Pretty much all the films I watched for this weekend's movie watch were all just purely fantastic. Nothing wrong. The only one I haven't included is Jurassic Park, because I haven't watched the whole thing yet. I'm going to try and watch it for the next one. So yeah, there's all that. There'll be a link in the description for the trailer for the James Bond Blu-ray collection. And if you want to see the picture in close detail, here's a picture. Now we've got that done. Just a little update on the Batman series. I will get The Last Laugh finished. It will still be based on New Year's Eve, but it's kind of hard to do it, you know, continuously, and it will be just spaced out. And then I will do a series 2, and there will probably be a series 3 as well, especially now that I've got the Two-Face Movie Masters figure. So yeah, there's all that. I've got quite a few films to watch this weekend for next week's weekend movie watch. I picked up this Transformers 2 Disc Special Edition on Blu-ray, which I haven't watched yet. I got The Hangover Part 2 in the post, so I'll be giving that a watch. Of course, I got these ages ago, which I still haven't watched yet. Robin Hood and Salt. And I've got Jurassic Park to rewatch fully, and I've got another one over here which I borrowed off Kenny, which I haven't watched yet. Rango, which I'll probably be watching Friday to give back to Kenny because I've had it for quite a while now and I need to watch it. So expect a good movie weekend movie watch next week. Thanks for watching this one. Please comment, tell me if you like it. I will try and definitely do this for a month, see how it goes, and I'll see if it goes pretty well. I'll keep doing it. I enjoy doing it. I enjoyed doing this one, so I'll probably keep doing them. But if I don't watch any movies over a weekend for any reason, it's a bit of an unlikely reason, I pretty much watch movies all week, then I won't do one, obviously. But I also won't be including TV shows in any of them. So thanks for watching.